Hi guys, Piotr here. This is Forex Global YouTube channel and it's time for the crypto update. I'm quite surprised that Bitcoin, with all those positive news, especially grayscale buying, still fighting with the significant psychological 20,000. The main question here is, are we going to see a little bit of the pullback, sharp pullback, or we are going to finally break through 20 without looking back and moving straight towards the target we already discussed? The second one, Ether, also is fighting with the wall of supply between 620 640. With the positive start of the Ethereum 2.0, also here we've seen some profit taking. Buy the rumor, sell the facts. Well, the upcoming week might be very, very interesting. So guys, without a further delay, let's jump straight and see you inside checking the charts. Let's start with the weekly chart, and it's quite a surprise for me. Market was trying, and looks like the weekly might be another close below the important supply zone we've seen 2017, 2018, and well, sellers are quite active here, and looks like the difference between what happened a week ago and 2 weeks ago been added here, right? And that's more or less depends on where we are going to check. More or less this is an attempt to create swing high. Especially important is going to be the close and next week, right? Because if the market is going to be able to break through and close, make the weekly close above, that might be further rally without looking back towards 30-35 levels we were discussing quite a few times. Well, again, what surprised me is that based on the previous week price action retest of the broken previous supply, nice lower shadow, there's no continuation. So if we are going to end the week as we have right here, then creation of the swing high and deeper pullback could be in place. Now, still for now, the 18,000 is working as a quite good support and demand zone. But if we are going to get back below 18,000, 17,500, we might get back to the idea of the retest of 14 and 12,000. So 14, it's better visible on the daily, 12 as well, but we are talking about the levels related to these zones here and here, right? So that's how I see from the weekly chart perspective. The 18,000 I've mentioned, that's the breakout based on the daily chart and been tested twice already, as you can see, right? Here and here. So that's why it's quite important, because that's also the bottom of this weakness, strong weakness. Okay, so quite important. And as I mentioned, if we are going to break through, then further rally back to 19 could be used as a selling opportunity. And again, there you go. As I mentioned, it's better visible on the daily, 14, and then again levels close to 12,000. All right. So for now, I would be very, very careful trying to chase the prices here from the long perspective, but also I would be very, very careful trying to short it immediately, right? Why? Because we have to break 18, would be good to retest again 16.5, 16, rally back towards 18,500, 19,000, sorry, and then sell off towards 14 and 12. So again, if we are going to break through strongly above 20, then 30 and 35 on the cards. If we are going to fail to hold 18,000, we might see 16.5, then 14 and 12,000. So that's how I see the things related to the Bitcoin. Next one is Ethereum. Very similar situation here. We are fighting with the very strong supply based on the weekly chart. We are talking about the levels close to 620, 640. Very similar situation, the possibility of the creation of the swing high here, all right? And well, depends on the price action next week. I think that, again, the lower shadow, so levels close to 500, that's the first and the psychological support, all right? But if we are going to break and close below 500, then 420, all right? And again, levels close to 300, 320 as the next possible downside target. So here on Ether, we do have 500 as the psychological level for now. Let's switch to the daily chart, and looks a little bit similar to what we have on Bitcoin. Well, that's a natural thing. Swing high creation possible on weekly. Here we have a broken previous swing high, right? This one been broken just to clean more stops, and the next one being created, and here anything around 620, 640, that could be the short setup with the tight stop above 650, with the first target around 500. And then, if you do remember, we were discussing the wall of possible supply previously, 440, 420, as I mentioned, and then below 300, 320. So that's how I see the Ether. And to be honest with you, if I would have to choose, probably I would go with Ether. The next one, just briefly, is the Litecoin with dollar, right? A little bit higher than what I expected. So a little bit higher than what I had expected when we were discussing previously Litecoin. But anyway, if we are going to get back below 81 again, that might be the short setup with again target around 65 and 60. Well, I'm not a buyer of the Litecoin, not at all. So I would rather use Litecoin when there is a little bit of the negative sentiment on the crypto market to try to short it. That's how I see the Litecoin. And the Ripple, the last one, strong break above 50, turned at 50 cents as a demand zone right now. But don't forget, that's the 50. I'm sorry, that's the 50. But don't forget that we do have this 35 huge upside break untested. So I'm not gonna be surprised one day to see retest of that level. For now, we are trying to hold levels around 90 cents, 85 cents, right? So the buyers for now, as I mentioned, around 50, sellers around 85, 90, and I would play that range for now. All right, guys, with that being said, don't be trapped. Watch carefully the developments on the crypto market. I'm gonna be around with another update. Thank you very much. Take care. Goodbye.